it's cool to be able to come to a place where you have the opportunity to, make something better, and just to feel like that you can come somewhere and your ideas, they'll listen to your ideas, and I think it's cool just to be able to be in a place like that. It's a real positive environment, and I like it.
How about anybody want to say anything about, well, you can say anything, but something about what it was like? A few of you over here before. We've had a lot of people come in since we started, but people that were here on the old way, I'm thinking about some of y'all. You have any input?
Oh, the old one. I can remember when I first started, like 30 people here. And I mean, they had a set way that they did everything. A good examples like the box area, the way it's set up now. My brother kind of, and I guess some others kind of got in together and made a sale. But I know used to, we would cut all the parts, set them on a table, take the parts, run them through the dovetail machine, every part, put them back on the table, and then take them and run them through the group. What is that called, John? The dado saw, where it just and then stack them back on the table. It took like 4 days to build. Maybe a couple boxes, and now it takes 4 hours.
Yeah, it depends on what you got. 20 to 30 boxes you can do in a day easy.
And
that's from the lumber pile over to.
It's just a good example. We were stuck in that one thing, and that's all they did all the time. Then I guess when you would try to, even if you tried to, hey, let's try this. No, we can't do it that way. This is the way we got this. We haven't shown. This is the way we've been taught. We got to stay on this right here. If we try something else, we might foul up. If we tried something new and it worked, I like it. I like it a lot.
I noticed something from the way we used to do it. We only had maybe one person that knew how to do it. Cross training really helps.
Mm-hmm.
Getting more people that know how to. Because if that person ain't there that day and nothing's getting done in that area.
It's a good example, John. We're probably cross trained up more now than we've ever been, and we've got a couple guys out this week, and it's not been as much of a burden because I'm able to jockey the guys around. That's been a big help. Good example.
And so what do you think what's the reason behind the cross-training being more effective? Now, obviously you're teaching, but do you think because things are, I guess lean itself is leading to making cross-training easier?
Yeah, I think it's definitely an integral part in it. When you have processes and the ways we do things, which we're still working on. I mean, sometimes as I'm explaining something to somebody, might not have something etched in stone yet, but yes, it does make it easier. It does. If you have a prescribed way of doing something, when you're showing somebody that, it does make it easier, a little bit quicker on the cost.
Like a QR code that shows you how to put a piece of glass in.
Yeah.
That's the kind.
That's something Dave and I were talking about. That's one of the biggest changes we'll probably see in the next year. You're gonna see a whole lot more QR code and video stuff. So, but yeah, and the cross training and I remember from years back. I mean, it's a constant It's a constant battle. The elimination of waste, whether it's material, time. We're getting better at it. But years ago, I can look today and look back, there was so much more waste. So, I mean, that's an encouragement to see, like Ken was saying, from yesteryear to nowadays. And the good thing is we haven't arrived. I think that's the good thing is you'll never arrive. I've told Ken and Dave, I said, I'm probably more excited about where we're going to be than what we've already done because there's so much more. We keep getting into so much more stuff.
Yeah.
I think the first big thing that we did during lean was uncluttering the whole place. That gave us a whole lot more room to work with.
You can see,
be able to, build things and move things around to where we needed them. And the cluttering, I remember when I first got here, there was a lot of stuff hanging out.
You've only been here, what, 2.5 years?
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's a good point, James.
So you got a chance to see how bad it was, if you want to say that, and then be a part of the improvement. Yeah.
Yeah. I was here probably about 3 or 4 months before we started doing lean, and it took, like they said, it took a little bit to get going. But once we started getting going and moving stuff out, it started freeing up a lot of things, and then you can start thinking about what you want to do in your areas and stuff.
There's something based on that. We just had our two-year lean anniversary a week or so ago, and Ken was out that day. I jotted down some kind of celebrate some of the victories we've had and just read them off to the guys. I couldn't believe it when I was writing them down. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that one. You know, a whole lot of stuff. We just read them off and clicked them off, and it's like, that's just, you know, really just getting started. And, you know, from, you know, racks like that, like Dave's alluded to, now we're going to start getting into the upper tier part of the thinking on changing processes. You know, if we need to add a card or two, we'll do it. But I mean, we're really trying to dig more into the meat of it now. But I couldn't believe it as I was listing. I was like, wow, we really have made a lot of changes in 2 years. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Well,
Wow.
I appreciate everything everybody's doing. I think we've just, it's very rewarding to see you all grow and see you all change and the stuff that we're coming up with. And I'm so excited just about the things that, you know, it doesn't take a new machine. It doesn't take a huge capital investment or a lot of time and trouble to rewire something and, you know, plumb it and pipe it and all the other things that go on. It's just amazing sometimes, just like the glue pot, just moving it a little bit so you could do the